Well, Dr. Mehmet Ozman has been on our show several times, showing us the many aspects of chiropractic care. Last time we talked to the nutritional side of chiropractic care for the holidays. Now he's here to talk to us about the emotional and mental adjustments of chiropractic care. And I see he came all dressed up.
Well, last time it was celebrating Christmas. Now we're getting ready to celebrate the Happy New Year.
And a new year, a new you. So I understand that you're going to be talking about and demonstrating, and thank you for being on the show as well. You're going to be showing us some adjustments that actually help with the emotions.
Yes. And when I told Georgette about this topic, she said, but we already have a psychologist. Well, maybe only 10% of chiropractors even deal with this. But as you can see on this sign, that chiropractic is about 3 parts of a triangle. We've talked about the subluxation or the structural side. Last time we talked about the nutritional side. This time we're talking about the emotional side. Now look, a psychologist treats with either talking, with behaviors, with different types of patterns. A psychiatrist, who's a medical doctor like my father was, treats with medications. And now chiropractic is looking at this, and I'll use this new word, psych physiology.
Okay, now is this about like the nerve flows? Is that what this is pertaining to?
You're really catching on. You're learning
well,
every segment.
Well, you've been here, Doc, a couple of times, you know.
So as we've always said, the body should run itself, heal itself, and the nerves control everything according to the medical model. Chiropractic says that nerves, if nerves are controlling everything, let's look there first. Now, what is the brain? Nerves.
Okay.
So nerve patterns or nerve thoughts can have some interferences to it that can affect the physical body.
So
For
it's
example,
not just back pain. So
if I did this to you, yes, you have a visceral reaction. I say to people, if a blue light comes on while you're driving, your stomach gets tense.
Okay.
Did somebody touch you? No, the thought of the cops pulling you over had a physical response.
All right, so Mehmet is going to be here. You're going to be demonstrating. How are you feeling today, Mehmet? I feel good. You feel good? Okay.
So he thinks.
Okay, but you're going to feel better.
Right, he is going to feel better.
What exactly are you going to be doing to Mehmet?
This is called neuro-emotional technique, discovered by Dr. Scott Walker in 1988. And what it deals with is the thought patterns affecting physical things and the reverse. Now with him,
okay,
as I checked him out earlier, lift this knee up, hold it real hard, and that nerve gets through. If I try this one, hold, this one's not as good.
Okay.
I could test it a different way. Hold this, just like an electrician having 2 prongs. Here's my 1 prong. If I touch this hip, he's fine. If I touch this hip, it shuts off. Now, I could physically adjust it, but almost everything has some component of an emotional subluxation or a nerve interference. Just like the plant lady you had. She said that the nature connects to body, mind, and spirit. And chiropractic, we say everything can affect everything. And as you learn, everything in the universe can affect everything.
So every time you adjust somebody, it can actually help them emotionally? Is that what you're telling me?
Wrong, the other way around.
Okay.
Affecting the emotions can help them physically. Like I said, you might be dreaming of a dragon. You wake up sweaty, but there was no dragon. So look, like if I touch here, he goes off. Now, if I tell him with his other hand, touch your forehead, hold, and when he touches his forehead, it cancels it out. Now, using this chart from Dr. Walker, I could test whether it was, if it has something to do with his stomach, his lungs, his bladder, his liver, or his gallbladder. So if I do this, his gallbladder is part of the problem. And under this chart, gallbladder says it could be a resentment issue.
A resentment from the gallbladder?
No, a resentment that's hiding in the gallbladder.
Right.
Every organ harbors a different emotion.
That's
so
amazing.
Now, I touch this, touch the forehead, cancels it. Now, keep that on your forehead. Now, I asked him earlier, what might you be resentful of? And it showed paralyzed will. And he said that his mother had passed and he's thinking of going into Turkey. So think of going to Turkey, and I adjust the level of the vertebra that has to do with the gallbladder. This is under the Merrick system. Now, as I've done this, now let go of everything. Okay, now lift this up, hold.
All right,
hold. So the emotional side of the nervous system was affecting that hip. which some other style like Louise Hay would say, he's afraid of walking forward.
Are you feeling better, Mehmet? Do you still have your wallet?
Come on.
Oh, I actually peeked at your chart right here, and it says the liver is the emotion tied to that is anger.
Is anger.
So what would you do to?
Now, see, we went into the physical side and corrected it through the emotional. Now we can go directly the opposite way, go into something emotional. And I tested with him, think about birds flying.
So
he's fine. Think about, I'm okay with money.
all right.
So it shuts him off. So we would adjust his nerve patterns that keeps him self-sabotaging himself about money issues.
Well, it's always fascinating to have you on the show, but unfortunately we do have to go.